When I was 17 years old, I discovered the wonderful world of Japanese animation, anime. And let me tell you, boy, was I actually hooked. Every day after school, I would be binge watching shows just before the Mexican telenovelas, because I'm Mexican, by the way. And this sparked in me this sort of wild teenage dream that at some point I wanted to go there to Japan and experience and see with my own eyes the culture and the people that I was seeing on TV. 7 years later, I was in one of my last lectures in college in electrical engineering studies in France, and one of my teachers came by and mentioned, hey, there's this new opportunity to go to an internship in Japan, and it's going to deal with modeling the braking system, electrical brakes for bullet trains and trains in general, so if you're interested, come and apply. 1 hour later, I had a CV ready and a cover letter, and I applied for that position. And 2 weeks later, I landed that job. For those who don't know me, they may think, yeah, it was 1 hour of preparation and he got lucky and he got that position. But for those who know me really, they would have known that it actually took me 7 years of preparation to maximize my chances to land that job opportunity in Japan. There were 4 key elements that helped me maximize these chances. And the first one, we have to rewind a little bit back. When I was 17 years old, I mentioned I was watching these series, right? Well, in reality, just not by watching them, but also by learning Japanese, because I started learning Japanese at that time. And throughout 7 years of constant learning, I had an edge when I applied for that position. I was also studying electrical engineering, and in this technical field was also the internship that I was going to be doing, so another step towards that. The third element, I still have it with me, and I keep it with a lot of affection with me. It is a key to drive subways. When I was a student, like many of you, I had to pay for my studies. And rather than just looking for a job at McDonald's or serving tables, very respectable, I wanted to find a job that would help me further my career and my knowledge in the field that I was going to be working later on. And for that matter, I ended up becoming a subway driver. And the internship happened to have to do with trains and railways, so another point for me. It also makes up a great starting conversation icebreaker when I meeting new persons. I'm a subway driver, yeah. But the final element, it was something that I could not control myself, and that was the luck, the chance that presented itself at that particular moment in my life, and that I happened to be able to take because I had prepared myself in advance. And that actually ponders the question, is luck actually something so rare? Is it something that we are born with? Is it something that some people have, some people don't? Or is it something that is just limited to winning a lotto or something of the like? I actually think that luck is all over us. Lots of sparks around us, all over the place. We just have to know where and how to look for them. I also believe that luck is like a train. First of all, because you already know I like trains, nah? So, yeah, but in all honesty, I feel like it's like a train moving along the trail of a network system in a metropolitan area. It's always constantly moving and stopping only for a few moments in your life. And if you're not there to take it, if you are not prepared, if you didn't know it was coming, then you miss it. It may stop for a little while, but if you take too long, it's going to leave and disappear. And for that matter, today, they consider me to be a very lucky person. But in fact, I have prepared myself a lot for that. And I want to give to you today 3 different tips to make your life luckier and happier in the future. And let's start with the first point, visualizing your luck. And what do I mean by that? You see, I have a little story. When I was the other day driving around the city, it's a very hilly city, and I had a flat tire with my bike, and I needed to go back home, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this? I need to fix my bike. And I go through in this route very often, but at that moment, I really needed to find a bike repair shop. And it had never occurred to me in all the times that I had been around the city, around that place, that there were 4 different bike repair shops around there. Why? Because I wasn't actually looking for them actively. And the same happens with luck. If you don't know exactly what you want to get from luck or how luck is going to look like for you in the future, then chances are that it's going to come and you're not going to spot it. So learn to visualize what you want to be able to spot it more actively in your life. The second point, very important, is to know yourself. It's a topic that's very in vogue right now. And people spent more than 17 years or so studying about technical topics, about math, about physics, biology, geography, psychology, you name it. But how many months, how many weeks, in fact, how many days or how many hours this year have you spent learning about that wonderful topic that is you? We don't realize it, but you are a topic worth learning about. And the more you know about yourself, the better you will know how far you are from that train station of luck that is waiting for you at an upcoming time. And for me personally, I usually take holidays once a year, like many other of you. I take usually 1 week where I don't say anyone where I'm actually going. I just go and lose myself, and during that week I concentrate on learning about the topics, about the things that really matter for me, to visualizing where is that train of luck going to be waiting for me in the next year? Where do I really want to go? And I work on my topics, and that has helped me in my life to go further every time. I encourage you to know more about yourselves. The last but not least of these 3 tips is to actually start small. Many people think that to get lucky, you need to go berserk, you need to go radical, and you need to quit your job and travel the world somewhere else to find luck. When in fact, you can actually start small, by small steps. And let me give you an example of a friend that I have. He is a coffee aficionado. He loves coffee, and at some point he would like to own his own coffee shop. And for that matter, he started brewing coffee for his family, for his friends, learning more about blends, about coffee beans, about ways of making coffee, buying new machines, more and more experience that he gained. And the more experience he gained, then he took a second step and he decided to start working at a coffee shop, even though that's not his main job. Not because he needed the money, but rather because he was preparing little by little towards that goal, getting closer to that station of luck. Now, at some point when it arrives, he will be able to open his coffee shop. The only thing that's missing maybe, and I'm really sure that he did it, he must have dressed like a coffee bean at some point in Halloween to get roasted, but that's another story. So there you have it, 3 different tips to take the train of luck. Life is not always easy, and we cannot control luck. But with a little patience, a little bit of preparation, you can get ready to wait for the next spark of luck that comes to your life.